I write in a forest. I go into this collection of trees to do nothing but listen. A journey that started at the Billy Graham Library in 2015 right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's evolved into a lifelong commitment and journey. Something is always moving through each and every one of us. We call it the calling. They aren't my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest. Chapter number 321, July 2nd, 2022. I sit here waiting for a dream, which at 60 years old could be the most simple thought. There are trees in this forest that are far older than a poet with a pen. I've spoken to so many other writers about none of this is me, but rather the voice that lives within the trees. I believe it's 400 to 500 years in age. It's waited a very long time for a writer to be present and aware. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the only one within this collection of trees. There are many homes with families. I don't know 98% of them. Therefore, there's no way to lay claim to the idea that I could be the solo performance. But who knows? Without physically knocking on doors and hearts, the quest to locate other writers within this lay of land and limbs, it's beyond me, which means I believe the voices that we hear inside these trees reaches out to all people. It believes in the power of choice, to write and or express what's been planted in another passerby's heart. Let it grow beyond this moment. You know, that's how we are. We assume that what we're doing, sometimes we feel like we're the only ones doing it because nobody else is talking about it. But from where I sit, 23 feet above this forest floor in South Charlotte, North Carolina, the lake is just right there in front of me. The stream is to my right. There are houses all around us, but this forest is gigantic inside the heart. Some people might just say it's just a rural lay of land, and there just happens to be homes planted inside these trees. But when you get out into these trees, they're speaking, and so are the rocks. But are we listening? And if we are listening, why aren't we talking about it? Why aren't we sitting in circles saying, hey, look, this is what I felt last night? And I'll be honest with you, I think the last time I had a conversation with any neighbor about writing was back in the 1990s. It was Lisa, my next door neighbor. She used to come to my writing circles at Barnes & Noble. We would talk a lot about the power of this forest. But it's been many years since we've done that, mainly because writers like to go inward. We're not so expressive in public because when we do talk, people want to listen, but they can't relate. But in my heart, I believe that those that are listening to the conversation can relate. Because I believe inside their hearts, they too want to be a writer, or they are a writer, but don't have the confidence to say, yeah, I'm one of them too. We're all born to write. Those are the words of Julia Cameron in The Artist Way. We just choose to do different things with what has been put on paper. Sometimes we don't believe in those words, but you have to go into every day with one thought. It's not about you. What you put on paper is a breadcrumb. It's part of the needle in the haystack. What you share on a page and speak openly about could be that very message that someone on the outside of you needed to hear today. But if you hold on to it, if you hoard it, then someone's going to miss out on a very, very valuable message. I'm Errol. These are not my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest.